Bart Basilico reinvented his father's pizzeria business by putting it on wheels, which means that's a pizza food truck, baby. Bart and his wife Lauren travel all around Metro Detroit, cook up homemade pies made fresh to order in their 4-layered pizza oven on wheels. You can find them on their website at eatbartspizza.com and Facebook and Instagram at Bart's Pizza. His last name is literally Basil, so you know he knows what he's doing in the kitchen. So make sure to grab a cannoli as well while you're there. Those things are fantastic with a nice homemade pie. And where are they going to be this month? Where are they going to be in the upcoming weeks? You can find that information on their Instagram and website. Once again, eatbartspizza.com and Bart's Pizza on Instagram and Facebook. Bart's Pizza, it's too good. So now let's get into the show. Let's start off with the club sports as we usually do. So this has been probably in a little bit now, club football is going to be wrapping up their last week of practice. They practice Tuesdays and Thursdays. So tonight will be probably their last practice of the regular season, if I understand the schedule correctly. As they have one game coming up left. They're going to have one more conference match against Milwaukee this coming week. Currently, the Golden Grizzlies are 1-1 in conference and 1-3 overall. Their past game was at Toledo against the Rockets, and an unfortunate loss for the Golden Grizzlies. So be sure to follow up with them, look on their website, look at their Instagram, and be sure to keep up to date with your Golden Grizzlies football team. Moving on to the D1 club hockey team. You saw me have an interview with them on the GioMoShow, as well as a football team. Just scroll through the GioMoShow interviews, and you'll find all the club sports that you need as far as the interviews are concerned. But for D1 club hockey, no games were played this week. Their last matchups were a couple of home games against Roosevelt, in which case the Golden Grizzlies did not come away with a win. But in other news, a little more lighthearted news, head coach Mammal added another addition to his family, releasing that on Twitter earlier this week. So congratulations, Coach, on a new member of the team, as he calls it. And then for this coming week of D1 club hockey, Friday night, that means tomorrow night, 8:55 p.m., be sure to get down to Suburban Ice Rochester for the Golden Grizzlies as they take on... Who they take on? They take on Grand Valley State University, a school that you guys all know well and good. Just across the state, they're coming over to Suburban Ice Rochester to take on our Golden Grizzlies. And then they're on the road the very next day against Calvin College. So this is going to be a great weekend for D1 club hockey. Be sure to stay up to date on their Instagram and their Twitter account, which is very active during games. They give live scores as the games go on. So be sure to follow them on Twitter. I believe it's simply at Oakland Hockey. It is. I know my stuff. And you can find them on their website at oaklandhockey.org. They got the easy titles as far as their information is concerned. And another little extra note, Grand Valley is ranked 11th. And then Calvin College is ranked 10th. So the Golden Grizzlies are going to be up against it with some high-quality teams. But I'm sure our Golden Grizzlies are going to be just fine. Moving on now to the D3 club hockey team. Like I mentioned before, and I'm going to remind you again, this week's interview is with D3 club hockey, with Duncan, with Jack, with Brendan, and some other members of the team in the background. Be sure to check that out after the show. It's going to be on YouTube at 7 o'clock and Spotify shortly after. I think I forgot to upload it. But it will be there. So for this week, and I'm reading this one straight off of their website, Oakland D3 Hockey's website. I don't remember the exact link to it. It's if you want to hear it, it's oaklandhockeyd3.acha.hockeytech.com. Did you get all that? Just Google Oakland D3 Hockey, and you can find their website. And since they do such a great job of writing pre-games and kind of like heads up on what they're doing, I'm just going to read straight from it. So for the Week 5 preview, the Golden Grizzlies are going to be facing New Mexico and Arizona State. We got some of the far west desert teams coming over to Buffalo Wild Wings Arena. So, as written, the regular season continues this coming week as the Golden Grizzlies, 6-2-0-1, welcome another 3-game weekend. This weekend sees two teams the Grizzlies have not played much in the past, with number 20 New Mexico 4-3-0-0 and 18 Arizona 3-0-1, making a trip to Buffalo Wild Wings Arena. So they're going to have some desert teams coming over to the Michigan side, coming over to our ice. So be sure to stay tuned with them and go down to Buffalo Wild Wings Arena. The games are free for students, and on WXOU per the regulations, I can't really advertise a game unless it's free for students to go to. So be sure to get down not only to Buffalo Wild Wings Arena for your D3 hockey, but get down to Suburban Ice Rochester for your D1 hockey. We got a lot of hockey going on at Oakland, and take advantage. It's fantastic stuff to watch. And you can follow Oakland D3 Hockey on Instagram at OU_D3_hockey. Moving on now to Women's Club Lacrosse, another team I interviewed on the GioMoShow. He sent in a trend here. So this past weekend, they completed their last play day of the fall season. And for those who aren't familiar, a play day is simply 3 games in one day. It's simply hosting 3 teams. Everyone plays each other, and it's a long day, and it's a lot of work for the teams. And it's a lot of work for them, but that's where the real stuff happens. That's where champions are made. So they hosted Loyola Chicago, U of M, and Dayton for their final play day of the fall season. And you can keep up to date with them at OUW Club LAX. They do great on their Instagram as well. They got graphics, they got news, they got team pictures. They do a great job on their social media. So be sure to give them a follow as well. Moving on now to Women's Club Soccer, a team I'm hoping to get on the GioMoShow in due time. They're having a fantastic season so far, and I got wind of this from the head honcho of club sports at Recreation and Wellbeing, Kyle Reese. I got news from him on the team that the team has now qualified and were selected out of 24 teams in the country to compete in the NERSA National Soccer Championship Tournament. That's going to be in Round Rock, Texas. And this is the first time in 21 years of the team's existence that they have been invited to Round Rock. So this is a huge moment for club sports, and I want everyone to feel the gravity of this one. 21 years of Oakland club soccer. None of them have reached the heights of this team this season. You feel that? It's called gravity. That's called significance. That's called championship pedigree, baby. And by the way, the NERSA stands for the National Intramural Recreational Sports Association. Big deal. Let me reword that. That is a big deal. I meant that sincerely. So that is the big headline for Golden Grizzlies Women's Club Soccer, but they also played a game against U of M Mays this past Sunday. They faced off at the Stadium Field here at Oakland University, ended with a 0-0 draw, and I was able to go there and catch the last 10 minutes of the game just because I was walking by, and I saw a little bit of a crowd there, and I saw them playing. I'm like, let me go watch a little bit. And let me tell you something, the stands and the energy there was far greater than what I expected coming into a club soccer game. Okay, I'm going to be real here for a second. I know I'm more of a promotion type of broadcaster, but I wasn't expecting much of a crowd for any of these club games. But women's club soccer, they are there. They are cheering on parents, friends, relatives, who knows the relation of the fans, but they had a lot of energy there, and I had a little reel that I posted on Instagram, on my main Instagram, so you could go watch that and get a sense of the crowd at the Stadium Field. They were chanting OU. I was getting my share screaming in because I can't help it, and it was just an electric atmosphere. So be sure to go to my Instagram, get a feel of what happened during that game, or at least the vibes and the last whistle being blown to end the game. And you can also find them on their Instagram and find out who the MVPs of the game were. And I'm sure they'll be posting some news about their little trip to Round Rock, Texas. And then this coming week, they will be going on the road to play Washtenaw on Sunday at 1 p.m. So good luck to the Golden Grizzlies women's club soccer team. And now moving on to club softball. They are going to be going to U of M, to Carl Hutchins Stadium this Sunday, October 29th, to play a triple header at 10, at 12, and at 2. So we wish our Golden Grizzlies club softball team great luck at Carl Hutchins Stadium. Women's Club Rugby, another team that we are going to be getting an interview shortly on the GioMoShow in the coming weeks, with either this coming week or the following. We're going to get Women's Club Rugby on the GioMoShow as well. So stay tuned for that. No other news about the team. And finally, Club Baseball. This isn't a team that I was able to talk about previously on some of my club sports segments because they didn't have a lot of information out there. They didn't have a lot of social media presence until now. They have recently just launched their OU Club Baseball Instagram account where you can find all your news, all your information, highlights, interviews, whatever they decide to post to let you know what's going on with Club Baseball. I talked to President Billy Peters of the team, a little short interview with him and Josiah Burchard. Also on my main Instagram, you could go watch that as well. I'm here for content, baby. I get that content rolling. If you think I'm all talk, I'm not. I'm about action as well. So either way, I was talking to him, and we did that little interview, and I wanted to tag him, and I realized there wasn't an Instagram page. So I kind of gave him a little nudge, saying, hey, why don't you go start one? I think this will be good for your team. And lo and behold, the following day, the Oakland Club Baseball Instagram account was born. And the information they hold is that they're going to be playing U of M Flint this Sunday at 12 and 2:30. That's going to be a doubleheader at Whaley Park. That's going to be over in Flint, Michigan. Well, of course, it's U of M Flint. So be sure to keep up to date. And if you're in the Flint area and you're listening to the GioMoShow, first of all, hi. Thank you for tuning in to 88.3 FM, WXOU. But get down. Go watch some Oakland Club baseball. And if you think that this is just Giovanni is just doing this for his friend, Giovanni is just promoting some random team. They were number 2 in the country last year. They were number 1 at one point. They are in their division. It's D3 Club Baseball, to be exact. They were top 2 in the nation. So I ain't kidding around. This is a good team, and they've grown a lot in this offseason. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and especially when spring comes around, oh man, it's going to be fun. And that one is going to wrap up and finish up and put a bow on our club sports update on the GioMoShow. Coming up next, we're going to give you the NCAA sports update, the Golden Grizzlies NCAA sports update.